Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I am Sandy Williams. A special welcome to our viewers on YouTube, TVJ International in the Cayman Islands, and online at onespotmedia.com. Here's what we have in the bulletin. PNP MP faces legal trouble after alleged fist fight in Western Jamaica. Cold front to hit Jamaica Monday night through Tuesday. And later in sports, under 20 reggae boys set to play Bonaire today. Thank you so much for joining us. Now the details. A PNP Member of Parliament is facing legal problems after allegedly getting involved in a fist fight with a resident in Western Jamaica Sunday evening. The resident has already notified the police of the matter and says he intends to file assault charges. The man, after visiting the police station, was told to seek medical attention, then returned to the police station to formally file a report. It is not clear what led to the alleged confrontation, but the resident contends the MP also used his hands to squeeze his neck, leaving bruises. We tried to contact the PNP MP for a comment, but calls to his phone went unanswered. Another cold front is expected to move across the island Monday night through to Tuesday. That's according to the Met Service. It is the third such weather system impacting the country in a few weeks. The Met Service says slightly colder temperatures and windy conditions, especially across northern parishes and hilly areas, should be expected. On Thursday, isolated afternoon showers across sections of western parishes and some hilly areas are expected. The conditions in Jamaica are being fed by the extreme weather in the United States, where a deadly snowstorm is barreling through the country, especially the northeast. There are reports of power outages and blocked roads from broken utility poles. The worst impacted areas include Boston, Connecticut and New York, areas with large groups of Jamaicans. Road closures have been ordered in some states as authorities declare an emergency. Several flights for Jamaica from parts of the USA have been cancelled. Cancellations affect some flights up to Tuesday. Persons traveling to affected areas are asked to contact their airlines for updates. Some tourism stakeholders are weighing in on how the proposed tax increase will impact the industry. Players say they are already facing added cost pressures. Antonia Atkinson has details.
The Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association says it has started discussions with the Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett following its public rejection of the proposed increase in the general consumption tax on tourism activities. As part of the new revenue measures, the government plans to increase the GCT on the tourism sector from 10% to 15% effective April 1, 2027. Speaking on the morning agenda on Power 106, JHTA President Christopher Jarrett says in the meeting with the tourism minister, the concerns of stakeholders about the additional tax were outlined.
One of the things that the JHTA has always talked about is the level playing field. And the matter of Airbnb, which for some is a bit contentious a subject, was one of the things that we're talking about bringing the Airbnb. When I talk about Airbnb, I'm talking about short stay, not specifically Airbnb.
Okay.
The Venmos and the other platforms that provide short stays, but that we want to bring them into the tax net. So we, in the conversations that we're wanting to have with government, we want to proffer some solutions as well. We don't want to just come to the table crying about the fact that the sector is under pressure.
In the meantime, Executive Director of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, Dr. Kerry Wallace, says despite the concerns, they're working to keep Jamaica competitive as the tourism sector remains a premium industry in the country.
It's going to be difficult for us to compete in the low price area, but the good news is that we don't have to, because we have features and attributes and natural assets and cultural assets that provide us that premium that opportunity to provide a premium experience to our visitors. I mean, just to put it in perspective, Cayman doesn't even have one mountain. zero mountains. So they have no waterfalls, no rivers, and so on. And I mean, and yes, there are competing islands. So long story short is that we can provide a premium experience and charge a fair price for it, and the sector can make good money.
Anthony Atkinson, TVJ News.
25 professionals from law enforcement and related agencies are now better equipped to tackle financial crime. This after completing a new specialized training program at the University of the West Indies, Mona. Aliyah Bryant has details.
25 individuals now form the first cohort of the Fundamentals of Countering Financial Crime course, a 6-week certificate program developed through a partnership between the Financial Investigations Division, FID, and UA. The program forms part of a wider national and regional push to strengthen the investigation and disruption of money laundering and other financial crimes. At the recent closing ceremony, Chief Technical Director of the FID, Dennis Strong, expressed satisfaction as the program successfully came to fruition.
When I spoke with the principal, he put me on immediately to Olivine and said that we can make this happen. And that was in August last year. And by December, we were launching this program. And now in February, we have the first set of graduates.
The course was delivered by UA lecturers alongside senior practitioners from agencies including Indicom, the Integrity Commission, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, MOCA, and the Jamaica Customs Agency. International partners also played a key role in funding the initiative, including the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, and the British High Commission. Representing the IDB, Senior Sector Specialist Jason Wilkes said the program forms a key part of the Caribbean's broader push to curb illicit financial flows.
We work on development finance, we work on development problems, but we know that those are solved by the people who work at the ground level on the front lines, persons like yourselves. So from our perspective as a development institution, as IDB, we are wholly honored to be supporting your capacity building, your own ambitions, and your personal perspective of how you can serve your organization, your country, and yes, the wider Caribbean.
Meanwhile, Shelley Brown, a course graduate who has worked with both the FID and MOCA, says that while the course was comprehensive, it has equipped her and her team to outsmart even the most ingenious criminals.
The information is not totally new, but there are some new developments, new methodologies that we can use to take the proceeds out of crime, especially the cyber criminals. I don't think that they are what we would call dunce. They are bright people, so we have to stay ahead of them.
Aliyah Bryant, TVJ News.